Alright, so after a board like that, it kind of feels icky to go plus 200. You take the minimum number of tricks and you're not in game. But a lot of people have the same trouble, and we did well to just get into the auction, I guess. I can be an emotional player. Like when we have a result like that, I find it, a little bit frustrating. I think a lot of bridge players are like that. You just kind of get invested in the game. But I've learned over time it's actually really important to take a breath and let it go. Your partner's trying their best. You're not going to make them play any better by doing anything and making them feel upset or, sad about the blast hand. It's just part of the game. It's a hard game. So we can bid unusual to no trump, or we can bid our great diamond suit. This is a 4-loser hand. It's a pretty good hand. But my diamonds are so good, I'm probably just going to overcall. This will only go poorly if it comes back to me at the 4 level, which isn't a guarantee. Actually, a red-white 2-no is kind of tempting. And the reason is Sylvia will know that I have a good hand because I'm vulnerable versus not. So I wouldn't be barging in here opposite a passed hand unless I have a good hand. So given that Dave does jump to 4 spades, I'm actually feeling pretty good about this because she knows that I have something resembling this because I just wouldn't do it with less than this or with much less than this. So if she has a close decision because of the vulnerability, she's likely to go ahead and bid on, which is I would welcome with this hand. So that's why I finally chose 2-no. I think if you take a look at the auction, if I bid 2 diamonds, it's not shocking with my spade void that the next bid I see is 4 spades, or that it isn't 4 spades by the time it comes back to me. And soloing the 5 level with this hand is not winning bridge. His partner could have anything. We don't know what they have, so we don't have enough information just to go to the 5 level all by ourselves. I see this sometimes from players. They just make their own decisions on the hand. Sometimes it works, but a lot of time it doesn't. But so I'm not doubling this because I have 1 trick, so this could easily be making. I don't think I have quite enough of a hand to go to the 6th level, even though it's tempting. At other vulnerabilities, it might be more tempting, but here, it just feels like, we're red versus white. It might go for too much. We might be able to beat them in 5 spades. So I guess if I bid 2 diamonds, Sylvia would probably have bid 5 diamonds. But we wouldn't be much better off, or any better off even, because at least now she knows that I have a lot of minor suit cards. If I had just bid 2 diamonds, she would just know I had 6 diamonds. This way, if she has like a big double fit with me somehow, like King Jack of clubs, Ace of diamonds, she might, heroically bid 6 diamonds when it's right. Anyway, she's deciding what to do. If she doubles, she didn't double 4 spades. I don't think it's like pure penalty, but I don't think I'm really supposed to pull it. I don't think it's like do something, partner. I've kind of described my hand to her. I've said, I have enough to bid vulnerable versus not, and not enough to do anything over 5 spades. So if she doubles, she probably has like a trick or two and just thinks we can beat them. So I have absolutely no reason to picture us making the 6th level, even if maybe we can. It's hard to envision that, so I think I would just pass if she doubles. These hands can be very difficult. If nobody was vulnerable, I would very likely bid 6 diamonds as a safety bid, because I don't think we're going to get hurt very badly here. But at vulnerable versus not, even when they're making 5 spades, it could still be very wrong if they can get you for 500. So the odds are just not quite as much in your favor. And because we're vulnerable versus not, she knows that I have a good hand, right? Which she wouldn't know if we weren't vulnerable, if we were like nobody was vulnerable. Wow, so she's going to bid 6 diamonds. So this is going to get doubled, of course. I guess Jay was bidding 5 spades to make. And now we shall see. Now, it's interesting. Some people might think that we were in a forcing auction here, but I really don't think that we were. There are times where you just don't know if you can beat them or not, so you just let it go. Wow, this is an amazing hand. Do you see this? We're off the ace-king clubs and that's it. And it's very unlikely we can beat 5 spades. She has a singleton spade. She's probably thinking, okay, you know, maybe I can rough his spades in my hand. I'm going to rough her singleton deuce in my hand. So Sylvia did great on this hand. 6 diamonds down 1 is probably a really good result, I think. I can't imagine, it's very hard to imagine a layout where they don't make. It's possible. We'll see in the after the full deal is dealt. Flash flood warning now. I don't know if you heard any of that thunder and lightning, but it's some really bad weather here. Okay, so it turns out to make it, it turns out they can't make 5 spades. They're off the ace-king of hearts, and if we're very careful and don't give them any heart tricks, don't lead hearts, they have to lose a club, I think, from what I can tell. So, I mean, you know, like the 6 diamond bid was even wrong on this layout as it turned out. But I think it's a reasonable bid. Like, it could have been right. Like, just the opponent's distribution made it kind of wrong. And unfortunately, I had the 10 of hearts, which made a big difference.
Stop recording.
Okay.
Start recording for the next game.
So it goes. Bridge is a hard game.